is Sandra Lee, and welcome to Jenkins News Network and a very special segment we have tonight. Our exclusive year in review as we approach the end of 1856. We like to look back on the biggest events of the year, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Speaking of ugly, let's go to our first story where things got pretty ugly down in Kansas. So without further ado, welcome to the JNN Year in Review.
Hello, my name is Marissa, and I'm here on scene in Kansas, where a pretty bloody scene has just occurred. After the events of the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854, the residents of the Kansas territory has split by the issue of slavery. There's already been several bloody encounters causing what's been called the mini-Civil War. On May 21st, 800 pro-slavery men marched on Lawrence, the anti-slavery community, and the proceeding to burn down the town. This angered the community and anti-slavery fanatic John Brown. He proceeded to go after the pro-slavery supporters on May 24th as he crossed the creek and attacked 5 slavery supporters and dismembered them. These actions crossed an upward in the pro-slavery states that continued for the next few months. Back to you, Sandra Lee.
Thank you, Marissa. Well, it sounds like they got lost in their lives, and I think someone got lost in their beard. Seriously, look at that thing. Anyways, now to our next story, the presidential election of 1856.
Good afternoon. My name is Marissa, and I'm here today to talk about the presidential election of 1856. During the election, Democrat James Buchanan is up against Republican John C. Fremont, as well as former President Millard Fillmore. There's a big comparison between the three, but the main uproar was against Buchanan and Fremont. I'm now here with Buchanan. Unfortunately, Mr. Fillmore and Mr. Fremont declined our invitation to vote. So thank you for that, sir.
Glad to be here.
You're welcome. Now let us get started. The first question goes to Mr. Buchanan. What's your view on the Kansas issue?
Well, I believe it's a quite tricky issue to deal with. It's hard to say which side is right and which is wrong. Yes, it's true there was a compromise about where slavery should exist, but shouldn't it be up to the people, not the federal government?
Thank you, Mr. Buchanan. Now, the next question. You're running a race as a Democrat, but it's not true that you were originally a Federalist.
Yes, well, I did run as a Federalist before, when I was a lawyer and when I was running for Congress. I know my views have evolved, and I believe that my views are better represented by the Democratic Party, and they share more of my values.
Okay, thank you. Next question. How do you feel that you will make the better president for our country?
Well, as we look around, we see that our country already has pretty shaky relations with our states. I want to make sure that our nation is all on one page and providing a fair and good place for everyone.
Well, thank you, Mr. Buchanan, for your time. Have an awesome race. Back to you, Sandra Lee.
Well, this will certainly be an interesting election. I know who I'm choosing, but the decision is up to you. Now we have a crazy speech in the Congress with Congressman Sumner.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Neeson, and I'm here reporting in the congressional chambers, where Senator Sumner is about to give a speech considering the state of the South. So now we go to you, Mr. Sumner.
Ladies and gentlemen, I came here to talk about North Carolina. What even is North Carolina? As per probably the worst southern state ever. They can break away and we won't care. They're nothing to us. They're trash. Really.
Come to you now with an update on the condition of Senator Sumner. Although he has not died from the blow to his head, he has received significant brain damage and will be in a coma for several months. Oh my god! People, it seems to me that we have had an attack in the Senate chambers. Senator Sumner has been completely knocked out by Mr. Brooks. Hello, my name is Nicholas Neeson, and I'm here inside the Supreme Court, where the decision has just been filed on the now infamous Dred Scott case, where the former slave Dred Scott sued his master, saying that after his former master died, he was now a free man, being she died with him in a free state.
Wow, that seems
now
crazy.
He has brought his master
Sumner's
before the
knocked out for a
Supreme
while,
Court,
and back to
where the ruling has
Nicholas
just been
Neeson
filed in
with the
favor
next
of the
story,
master,
the Dred
saying
Scott
that the
case,
government has
interview
no right
with Chief
to
Justice
control
Roger
slavery. Points out that there is no provision for the federal government to remove private property. This means that Mr. Scott will go back to his life as a slave in the southern states with his master, Mr. Stanford. And here comes Mr. Taney now. Mr. Taney! Hello, my name is Nicholas Neeson. I'm here with Chief Justice Mr. Taney. We have just left the now infamous Dred Scott case where a slave has sued his master saying that he can't be a slave in a free state. The decision has been ruled with the master, saying that Mr. Scott is a slave no matter what state he goes to, whether free nor pro-slavery. So, Mr. Taney, welcome. I have a few questions for you today. Number one, how do you feel that your decision will affect the state's already shaky balance between the North and the South?
My job is to uphold the Constitution, not to deal with the after effect.
Okay. Now, this decision doesn't seem very popular in the North. Do you think that they'll uphold it?
I really don't care. It's the president's job to enforce the thing. I don't interpret it.
And lastly, do you believe that your decision was correct morally, or was it based completely on political reasoning?
This is about justice, and not about feelings or morality. Mr. Scott, he's property, and it's no right for him to sue the people.
Well, thank you. Just one more question.
I'm over this. I'm done.
Okay. This has been Nicholas Neeson with JNN News Network, and we'll see you back at the studio.
Well, 1856 has sure been an interesting year, but it has also been a wonderful year. Everyone here at JNN News, we wish you a very happy new year. Thanks for watching and good night.
Happy New Year!